Are you scrolling through hundreds of records in Salesforce and wasting time trying to find the right data? In this video, I'll show you how to create powerful list view in Salesforce so you can filter, organize, and access your records in seconds. By the end of this video, you will know how to create, customize, and share list views like a pro. Let's get started. So right here on the account object, the recently viewed we are seeing here and all accounts are all list views. So when we want to create a list view, we have to be sure we have a certain criteria which we want to use and filter this list view. For instance, I want to create a list view where I will show all the accounts that the type is customer direct. I'll head over to the settings icon here and then click on new. Now we are going to give this list view a name. Naming convention is very important, so I'm going to call it customer direct. This will help users in the org to know the content of this data that is inside this list view, even without opening up the list view. So I've given it customer direct, and then below we have the sharing types. How do you want to share the data? Do you want this list view to be strictly for yourself, or you want all users to have access to it, or you want to share it with a particular public group depending on the role and hierarchy of subordinates in your org? Any report, it all depends on the requirements you have, but for this video I'm sharing with all users in the org. Now this is not all, so we have created a list view, but we have not filtered to say this is the type of data we want to see inside this list view. First thing we are going to do is that on the default that chose my account, I want to see all accounts. So I'm going to change it and change the value in this first default filter to be all accounts before adding the filter or the criteria that will be narrowing it down to exactly what I want. On the field, I'm going to select the type, which is the account type. So when you scroll down, you can find any type of field depending on what requirements that your BA has given you. Now I will select the type and the value or the operator will be equals. This equals is usually used when you are working with a pick list field. So you know that the values are regular. I have selected customer direct and I can select multiple options here. When I save, I can either save as or just save it onto the current list view that I've just created. Now, if you look through, you are going to find out that all the customer account type here are strictly customer direct. You can adjust your display views, and you can also go over to the settings and select field which you want to be displayed. So this will help you to go through all your records without clicking into the records. I'm going to be selecting the relevant fields that I think I will need, but in your case, whatever the requirements would be, you should be able to come here and select fields you want to be displayed on the list view. This list view is more like a folder in Salesforce. Just like you have your folder in your PC, list view can serve as your folder. So after selecting the fields, I'll save onto it, and these are the fields that will be displayed once I open my list view. You can always adjust your display fields to accommodate so many fields, and you can always maximize it to display all the characters that are being all the values inside a particular field. This is not just all you can do with your list view. What happens when you want to create a list view with a text field that the data is not regular? So I'm going to show you another way of creating a list view. Instead of clicking new, you can actually go to a list view that you want and then clone the list view. So let's go into a record and see what we can use as a criteria to filter a second list view. I'm going to go into this account to find a simple field or a text field, which is an open text that allows customers to input their details themselves. What happens when you have irregular data? Now I'm going to use the billing country or the billing address. When you know in billing address in Salesforce, it contains so many things. So you can have different fields like the billing city, the zip code, and so many other values. But now I want to create a list view for this particular billing address, and the billing address inside the billing address, I'm going to be selecting just a field, which is the billing country. So I'll go back to my previous list view because I do not want to create a new one, but I'm going to show you how to clone list views. So head over to the settings icon and then click on clone. When you select clone, exactly what is like you're photocopying or duplicating what is in the previous one which you have just cloned. It's now left for you to narrow down your data to what you want. I'm going to give it a name because I just want it to be USA billing address. Always remember, naming convention matters. It will make you not to forget what you have built over a year. It will always make you to easily access and identify what is inside your list view or any record or any data stored in Salesforce. I've I've cloned this and this have duplicated what I have in the previous list view. So I'm going to just delete the previous filter and update the filter with what I want. Here I'm going to be choosing the billing country. So the billing country is an open text field, just like I have explained to you. And when you click on when you find the billing country, I'm going to be changing the operator to contains instead of equals. Because the data is irregular, I'm going to be using contains. So any country that contains USA, even if there are alphabets behind it, it doesn't matter. And I will save onto this. And I will save onto this to have all the accounts that the billing country contains USA displaying on that here. Now let me just pick this second record and go to the billing address and make sure that the data sitting in my list view is correct. So I'm just going to edit the billing address to find the country inside the billing address. Let's see what happens. Now when I edit this, you find out that the billing address or the billing country here is exactly USA. That is all, and how you can create your list view. Simple and easy. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe for more videos.